welcome or welcome back to my channel if you're new here. My name is Luca. This is a little bit backlit, so I'm just going to try and stand here so that you can actually see me. Welcome to this video. It's going to be a vlog because I am in the mood to film, and so I think I'm going to pick up my camera if I'm doing something interesting or if I just want to talk to the camera for the upcoming week. And I know I'm going to do something very fun on Tuesday because then I'm meeting a friend. I am going to travel to the back arse of nowhere, so I have to take the train for like 2 hours because a friend of mine from school lives there and we are going to take photos for this project that we're working on for school. And then afterwards, when we are done, we're going to exchange books, which is so fun because I bought 3 books and I annotated them for her, and she also did the same for me. So I am so excited to see which books that she's going to give me, and I'm so excited to give my books to her. But that's one thing that I know I'm going to do. I'm probably going to do some studying with a friend or go to a cafe this weekend, and I have to go to the gym because I'm trying to get back into this routine of going to the gym when I have not been in a gym routine for over a year. So that's an interesting process at the moment. But anyway, the fact that I pick up my camera and start vlogging is kind of a motivation to actually go to the gym. If I've said it on camera, it's embarrassing if I don't actually go. But right now I am studying. I should be studying, instead I'm editing a video. But I also have a deadline on Monday, so I should be doing something else, except that I am doing everything that I can possibly think of to postpone doing the writing that I have to do. I have to write an article, and the subject I chose is actually really interesting because I am talking about eating disorders amongst teenagers, girls specifically, and it's really interesting. However, I just don't want to do the writing at the moment, and I have to get it done by Monday, and it's Friday now. So, but I am sitting in the window. That's my corner over there. This is my father's office. And so he's going to be back in an hour or so. But the fact that I can just sit here and not at home makes me a little bit more motivated. However, I'm still not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm going to continue editing, but I just wanted to introduce the vlog, so. Now I'm just going to sit in my cozy little corner. Look, this is the setup. It's actually really comfortable. There are my shoes. I'm on socks. And then there we go. I realized that I talk way too much because I think I filmed for like 2 hours for the book haul. 2 hours, that's way too much. Like, I actually want this to be like a video of like half an hour, but I can't just cut books out of the haul. So now I have to cut most of the things that I say, and it's ridiculous. Like, I have to stop yapping this much because I don't really notice it until I'm done and I'm like, wow, that took 2 hours. So editing is not going very smoothly. Okay, so I get these random bursts of energy, and I usually get them when I'm alone, but I have just spent the last 15 minutes screaming and dancing around to random parts of various Taylor Swift songs, and then suddenly, all at once, I'm done, and I just want to sit on the couch again and be completely quiet, and that's just really interesting to me. So now I am back on the couch and I'm eating ice cream. This makes me feel like such a kid, and it gives me such summer feelings, even though it's pouring rain outside. Starting my really simple night routine. I actually don't really have a night routine. However, I recently bought 2 products that I have been using very consistently because I have keratosis pilaris on my arms. You can't really see it now, but it's quite bad, and I've always been really insecure about that, so I would try anything that might help make it look a little bit less eye-catching. So I am now using these products on my cheeks and my arms, and so far I'm actually really happy with them. It's been like a little over a week, so I'm not really seeing any results. However, I am really liking it and the way it makes my skin feel. So this is actually the first time that I've tried anything CeraVe, because it's really fucking expensive. So I paid, I don't know, like 30 euros for these things together, like 35. That's a lot in my opinion. That's actually a lot of money, like 35, 37 or something. So this is a smoothing cream and this is a smoothing cleanser. So I am using this one first, just cleansing my face with it. If I wear makeup, this also takes away your makeup perfectly. So I use this one on my face. Your skin needs to be wet before you use it, and then afterwards I use this. So if you have red bumpy skin like your arms or something, I don't have bumpy skin on my cheeks, but it's just the red colouring would be great if it was a little bit less. But if you happen to struggle with keratosis pilaris as well, I know so many young women struggle with it. However, I have it in quite severe case on my arms. I don't have it anywhere else on my body, I just have it on my upper arms. So if you struggle with that as well, I will make sure to sometimes give an update on if this stuff actually works, because for how much I paid for this better like solve all of my problems by next week, genuinely. So I am using this one now, then that one, and then I use, what's the word? An eyelash serum. That's what I meant with an eyelash serum. I use an eyelash serum. So that's literally my entire night routine. Put on any makeup this morning, and every single time that I don't have makeup on and I get into my night routine, I am so happy that I don't have to take any makeup off. Like, that makes my day fantastic. Even if I've had like a really shitty day, if I am brushing my teeth and I remember that I don't have to take my makeup off, I am instantly happy. The day was perfect. However, all throughout the day, every single time I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh, maybe you should have put a bit of makeup on. But I also actually, like, I don't mind myself without any makeup, but it can really depend on the day, because sometimes I don't wear any makeup and I'm like, wow, I actually feel great and I don't have any desire to put any makeup on. And then other days I'm like, wow, I feel like a troll. So it really depends on the day for me. I don't know why I'm yapping. Okay, I just woke up and I made breakfast. I've been laying in bed for like 2 hours because for some reason my body keeps waking me up around 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. Why? I have no idea, because I'm usually someone who can like sleep in for quite some time, and I can literally sleep for like 13 hours normally. And for some reason lately, like I think the past couple of weeks, I've been waking up at like 7 or 8 o'clock, even when I go to bed at like 2. No one wants to go to bed at 2 and then wake up at 7 in the morning. That's 5 hours of sleep. That's not enough for me. So I tried to go back to sleep, didn't work. Then I started reading my book, but I'm not really enjoying it anymore. It was good at the beginning. Hold on. This is the book I'm reading, Next of Kin. It was good in the beginning, however, there was no build-up, and for some reason they just went from like not liking each other to being completely obsessed with each other and like telling each other that they love each other and stuff. And I'm like, well, the in-between part is pretty important in that kind of situation, so I'm not really enjoying it anymore, but I'm also almost done with it, so it's fine. However, that did not make me go back to sleep, unfortunately. But then I saw that the first episode of the new season of the Kardashians was out, so I'm now watching that one. And the thing is, watching the Kardashians is truly my guilty pleasure, because I don't know why I like it. They keep talking about the same thing every single season. It's the same problems over and over and over again, just with some fun in between, and it entertains me, sue me. I don't think I would be watching it if like they dropped an entire season in one go. I think I would get really, really bored if I tried to binge watch it, but since they come out with a new episode every single week. I watch it every single week, even though it's quite boring. And it's kind of like the same old, but for some reason I still enjoy watching it. So that's what I'm doing right now, and then I have to start working. So today's not going to be really interesting, so I think I'm not going to vlog that much today because I have quite a big deadline on Monday, and I had 2 weeks. I had 2 weeks to work on this and I have not started yet. So I have to hand in like 15,000, no, not 15,000, I'm sorry, 1,500 words, but they have to be like very carefully. And then I also have to do something on Tuesday, like make the photos and stuff with my friend that I talked about. And I have to kind of rearrange my entire plan for all of those photos because it wasn't good enough. And so I have a lot to do, but I might go to the cinema with a friend tonight. So if I do that, I will vlog that because that's a lot more interesting. Studio, and I've been trying to work for hours. However, I did get some things done. I did get quite a few done actually. However, I have been procrastinating for hours to actually do the thing that I'm supposed to do. Like, I am doing all of this side work and all of this like preparation, and all of it is because I don't want to do the thing that I'm actually supposed to do, which I'm supposed to write. I don't want to write. So I'm going to do it now. I'm going to make a time lapse and I'm going to do it. I'm not going to be able to grab my phone, which is going to work. So here is a time lapse of me actually doing the work that I am supposed to do. So I got home about an hour and a half ago, and when I got home, there were so many things happening. My father had the volume of the music so incredibly loud, and then my mother was unloading the dishwasher and cleaning the kitchen, and I could hear the kids playing outside, and I became such a bitch instantly because I had been behind my computer all day. So I wasn't in the best mood, and then I got so incredibly overstimulated because for some reason, loud, unnecessary noises, I go insane. Like, within 0.2 seconds I become a completely different person and I become insane and such a bitch. So for some reason loud unnecessary noises are, I don't know, I can't do it. But anyway, we had dinner afterwards and that was completely fine. And now, since I had a very productive day, but I didn't have a very fun day, and it is the weekend, so a friend of mine who also had a very crappy day, we decided that we needed something fun. So we are actually going to the cinema, and I think I got discount tickets through my bank. For some reason, I don't really know how it works, but apparently I have points in the bank and I can exchange them for like discounts on stuff, and they have a discount code for the local cinema. So I am really excited about that because otherwise I would have to pay 12.50 € for a movie ticket. And now I think I have a ticket for €8, and I also get 50% off a small popcorn. So I don't know how that works, but that sounded really, really good. And also, we are going to see The Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, I think. I have heard really, really, really good things about that film. I've heard it's really funny, and we could use funny because she called me in tears and she was not having a good day, and I was like, well, I am incredibly grumpy because I have been behind my computer writing all day. I was very productive, so I did do what I needed to do. I need to continue tomorrow though, so I'm not even a little excited. So this is going to be my fun thing of the weekend, going to the cinema, but I am really excited. So this is the movie theatre outfit, and I'm going to try to smuggle in snacks in this bag.
After you leave, besides this heat.
Alright, I'm back home and please pay no mind to the mess behind me. It was my job to clean it up and I did not do any of it. It's a little after 1 o'clock at night and we went to see Fall Guy. It was entertaining, however, it was like 96% action and just pew, 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 and then 4% plot. And I think I could have used a little bit more plot, and it was highly ridiculous, as comedy action films usually are. However, I think I just expected something else. If I had gone into it expecting this, I would have loved it. But I did really enjoy it. We had the best time. Like, we had a very, very fun night, and I'm also so happy that I went because we just had a lot of fun. However, I expected something different. That might have been my fault because I had read that people really liked it, and then I was like, perfect, we're going to see that one, and then I did not do any research. So I did not watch the trailer, she did not watch the trailer, so we both had absolutely no idea what was going on in the beginning of the film. However, there was one scene where Ryan Gosling, I think his name was Colt in the film. I watched this film like an hour ago and I already forgot his name. Colt, his name was Colt. What was her name? Jodie. Anyway, Colt, Ryan Gosling, was listening to Taylor Swift and crying in a car. He was listening to All Too Well, Taylor's version, and that was really funny to me, and I started laughing, and I realised that even in like a very quiet cinema, I am physically incapable of not singing along to Taylor Swift. So it was completely quiet, and then All Too Well started playing and I started singing loudly and I had a very good time, and I loved that scene. I loved the fact that they did that. But otherwise it wasn't my favourite film. However, this friend, we watch ridiculous films together and we really enjoy it. So I think last week we watched The Idea of You, which also wasn't a really good film obviously, but it was fun. We watch fun films. So I had a really, really good night and I ate an entire bucket of popcorn. An entire bucket of popcorn. Because I had my own, she had her own, because we got a 50% discount. So we were like, well, let's basically buy two, get one free. Yeah. And so we did. However, she ate like a mouse. She ate like 10 popcorns. So I ate my entire bucket. And then I also started on hers. I did not finish that one. I had like a little bit. But anyway, I am completely full of popcorn. I had a fun night, and tomorrow I'm going to have to wake up pretty early because I think I did half of what I'm supposed to do today. Brain freeze. And I need to do the other half tomorrow. So I'm going to get into bed, I'm going to read my book really quickly, and I think it's going to put me to sleep. Because, as I said, I'm not really enjoying it at the moment. So that's the plan for now, and I will see you tomorrow or the day after.
I hate the sun. You were always good at lying, but I was always better. And the air is getting thin. You're nothing but
Okay, I don't think I vlogged anything yesterday because yesterday was absolutely insane. Like, I was so incredibly busy, but it was also so boring because I spent the entire day, I shit you not, I spent the entire day from I think 1:30 in the afternoon until 11 o'clock at night working on my deadline. So I did not do anything that was worth showing you guys. However, I am very proud of myself because I finished everything. I was behind when I started working and I was ahead when I finished working, so I actually also finished next week's deadline. So I'm really, really proud of myself. However, it was absolutely, utterly insane. I think I did like 2.5, 3 weeks worth of work in 2 days. And I know that's like not healthy, but that is the way I work. For some reason, I prefer doing nothing for a certain amount of time and then have to haul ass to meet the deadline. That's just the way I work. I wish it was different, but it's just not, and that's also the way I work best, with impending doom hovering over my head. But like I said, it wasn't very interesting to show you guys because I just sat on my ass all day and I took very, very, very few breaks in between. And so that also was the absolute definition of the grind. Did I eat lunch? No. But did I eat dinner? Also no. However, that does not really match well with writing an article about the dangers of not eating. So that's how I ended up eating dinner at 11:15 on a school night. So yesterday was wild for me. However, it would not have been very interesting for you. But anyway, I finished it and I'm so proud of myself. And also I hate the grind. I am allergic to the grind. I was meant to giggle and read books all day. So anyway, something else. On my way to school this morning, I was on the bus and this girl walked in with the most adorable puppy. He was so incredibly sweet and he was so excited, but the bus was quite full, so she was standing at first, and then when people got off the bus, she sat down on the seat in front of mine, and the puppy, he was underneath the seats, like I could see him, and there was a Rolo, like someone had dropped a Rolo on the ground. And obviously chocolate is very, very, very bad for dogs and they can actually die if they eat too much chocolate. So this puppy was like sniffing the Rolo and trying to eat it, and I shit you not, I literally dove over the woman who sat beside me and snatched the Rolo away. And the woman looked at me and was like, "What is your problem?" And I was like, "Rolo." She's like, "Oh, okay." And so I saved this dog from, I don't know, chocolate poisoning? I don't know what you call it. Anyway, he wouldn't have died from one Rolo, but it would not have been good for him. So I saved him anyway. I saved the dog. However, the girl did not notice, and I was not going to tell her like, "Hi, excuse me, I saved your dog just now." I did not get any recognition for my heroic deed. However, I did earn a few good karma points, so that's that. And the puppy was so, so, so sweet. He was so adorable. And it just made me want to go and adopt a puppy immediately. However, my father is allergic, so that's not possible for as long as I live at home. Anyway, it was so incredibly adorable. And then also on the way back from school, I had such a long school day. I had 2 classes back to back and each of them is like 3 hours. So I was at school for almost 6 hours today. And then I also travel for like an hour to school and then have to travel an hour back. So my day was incredibly long and I woke up so early, and when I was in like my first class I got this terrible headache and I was like, what the hell could that be? Like I always drink enough, I eat enough, I sleep enough most of the time. And then I was like, well, maybe it's because you've been sitting behind your laptop all weekend, you dumbass. Obviously that's going to give you a headache. So it was not the best day at school. However, one of my friends had a paracetamol, so that really helped. And then on my way back from school, I finished my book, and I shit you not, every single time I have read this book on the train or on the bus, I hate the cover. So I've been trying to like very discreetly open my book and make sure that no one sees the cover. But I finished it. It wasn't my favorite. There were like very fun parts and very sweet parts, but it was also quite boring and the pacing did not make any sense to me. So I think I gave this 2.75, like, no, I didn't give this 2.75. I think it would be like a 2.75/3 stars, but like a disappointing 3 stars. Even though it wasn't bad, it was just a bit disappointing to me. So I finished my book, and that means that we are going to pick a new book because I absolutely need to have a current read at all times. I don't know why, but I need to have a book that I know I'm reading even if I haven't started it yet. And also I see my hair in the camera, and please don't mind my hair because I need to wash it. Like I have been postponing it for days. It's incredibly disgusting and it looks horrible, but I'm really just not in the mood to wash my hair. Like that's going to take energy that I do not have at the moment. Anyway, oh, and also something very incredibly exciting. Tomorrow I am meeting with one of my best friends from school. We had this deal, I think I said that earlier in this video. I was going to gift her 3 books and she was going to give me 3 books, and I decided to annotate the 3 books that I'm giving to her. So this is my copy of If Only I Told Her, but I'm giving that to her tomorrow. And so I need to annotate that one, so that's what I'm going to do now. Since I don't have time to reread the entire book, I'm going to flip through my own copy and see what I annotated and the things I underlined and all of my tear streaks annotations. So that's probably going to put me in a very interesting mood because I am definitely not capable of going through this book and not crying, especially if I'm just going to read every single thing I underlined or annotated. But that's what I'm going to do now, and then afterwards I have to prepare some things for tomorrow because I'm going to her house, like I said, to exchange books, have a fun day, but also because I need to make a lot of photos for this article that I'm working on. Like, it has to have 3 photos that kind of correspond with the story, so I need to make those, and she's going to help me. So I need to prepare some things for that because I need to have a few more ideas, I think, because I'm a bit lost at the moment. So that's what I'm going to do. However, since I just got home from school, we're going to do this first. So I will update you if I actually start crying, which I think is going to be like 15 minutes.
Bruises on my skin, so I'll wash my hands clean after you leave me. Lay your head down, go with grace. I know I'll get you out of this place, but something's not right. This is too easy. I'll let you inside after you leave me. Tie my hands and tape my mouth.
I just got to the part that I absolutely bawled over last time, but actually I cried over like half of this book. But we are now getting to the really, really sad part, and I almost just started crying. Oh, I actually don't really want to do this at the moment, but I have to give this to her tomorrow, so like, I don't have another choice.
I'm talking about, but something's not right. This is too easy.
Yeah. So I'm not doing well, and I think this is the 4th time I'm reading all of this. It's actually ridiculous. Okay, so I think I've been at this for like 2 hours and I am crying as you can see. And I just realized, like, something popped into my head. I have heard so many people say that they did not love this book, like, If Only I Had Told Her, as much as the first one. And the first one was If He Had Been With Me. It's a duology, and I do not understand. I love the second one, If Only I Had Told Her, so much more, because it's so much more about like the aftermath of what happened in the book. And every single time I think about this book, I think about this story, that I have like, my heart turns heavy, like my heart is heavy in my chest. And this, especially the second book, every single time I go through it and read everything I have underlined and stuff, I cry every single time. So I love this book. It's like a 6-star book for me. But I don't understand how people loved the first one but then don't love this one, because I think it's so much deeper in a way. The first one was, it's not like the first one wasn't, but it's just this one was so much more touching in my opinion. And I just don't understand. But that's, I've talked about this in a video for like, I think I went on a tangent for 10 minutes, so I'm not going to go on a tangent here for any longer, at least.
Saw your shadow in the corner and I think it recognized me. I'll wash my hands clean.
I just sent a photo to my friend of me crying my eyes out, and I was like, I'm having a ball annotating this book for you. Also, tears just landed on her book. But you know what, she's just gonna have to take it because this is how it went. packing. Oh my god. It's like super heavy. Alright. We traveled to the absolute back arse of nowhere because that's where she lives. The train was full, packed when we left, and it was almost completely empty when we arrived at her station. And now we are exchanging the book gifts.
Yay! I'm so excited.
There is, however, a problem because we decided on 3 books. I was going to give her 3 books and she was going to give me 3 books. Look what she did.
It's not a book.
If you think hard, you can actually probably know which books I'm going to give you.
I think I do.
Also, we were in a bookstore one day and we had already decided on doing this and I had already bought her books. And she goes, oh, I want that one. And I go, no.
Really?
I go, oh.
You told me to buy one of these books on Kindle and I was like, you're showing me all the books that are on your Kindle and you're pointing at one and I'm like, filming you, I'm like, shut the fuck up, you fucking bitch. I was like, ah, I'm fucking kidding.
Look at how beautifully I wrapped
Fucking Christmas.
And we did not have wrapping paper, so I used Christmas paper and like, this is what you use to protect your school books, I think.
Yeah. That's
One
so
and
skinny. Oh, I know.
one each.
I know. I know which one it is.
I am not very subtle because I've been screaming about these books for a very long time.
I know
Okay.
exactly which one that is.
Okay, so I'm going to give you one, and then you give me one, and then there's
Should
one
we
that I'm
start
going
with
to.
this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really hope it's not a book because otherwise you have bought more books to me than I do to you.
There you go. It's
Oh,
not a
thank
book.
the Lord, it's not a book.
It's a Kindle case.
Oh, that is so sweet. My Kindle does not have a case, so it
I have a
has
matching one.
It has scratches and everything on it. That's so sweet. Thank you.
My mom made it.
It's
So we should thank her. It's her birthday and she's
It's her
giving you a
birthday.
gift.
Oh, that is so sweet. Okay.
Okay, let's go see.
I am so excited.
Should we? I don't know. Which one do you want me to open first? This
Okay, that one.
one? Very curious. I have no idea what it could be.
What book would
What's
it
it
be?
She's been screaming about this book as long as we've known each other.
Yeah.
And it's annotated.
You did not buy it. I've been screaming at you, and you did not buy it, so I had to take matters into my own hands.
Oh my god. Yay!
I'm
There's notes.
Oh yeah.
The tiniest little pen scratch and she's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
I was like, no, I didn't do it right.
Okay.
The thing is, I have absolutely no idea what books you're going to give me. And I feel like it's been so
They're
obvious
so
which books I'm
random.
going to
They're
buy
really
for you.
random.
Perfect, then I
Okay.
don't know them.
I annotated some of them. But it
Perfect.
was kind of hard.
I like underlined so many things that I loved in all of these books.
It's so random.
Oh, this one! I've been looking at this one for years.
Yeah,
Like,
I saw it on your Amazon
years.
wishlist and I was like, I've read that one and I liked it.
Really?
So you're getting it.
Oh my god, I don't even remember what this is about.
I liked it. A lot.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I think I'm going to give you this one first because this one will probably actually be kind of a secret. I think you have I think you have somewhat of an idea of one of these books.
I'm very scared.
This is the one where she wanted to buy it in the bookstore and I was like, no! Except that it's
Really?
one of my favorite books. So
I have no idea. Oh, yeah. Once I was looking at this, I was like, I think you bought this one. You're like, no.
No. No, I didn't.
Were you crying about this one yesterday?
Yeah, I know.
I saw it and I was like, that's 100%. And it's floppy?
Yeah.
It's a floppy
No,
cover.
it's not floppy.
No, it
I
is.
just broke the spine. The thing is, when I read this book in February, I cried my eyes out, like I was absolutely bawling. And then in my reading wrap-up, I think, I went on a 10-minute tangent about this book and I cried again. And I've been saying time and time again that every single time I've cried at this book, like I've reread this book a few times. No! Don't read it! You haven't read the first one! What are you doing? Oh my god! No! Did you just spoil everything? But no! You I can't wait
my fucking god.
until you get your heart broken and we can talk about it. However,
It's already a bit broken.
it's already a bit broken now. You dummy.
Oh god, but this one's also floppy.
Yeah, this one is flippy.
I love it.
This one I just absolutely cracked the spine.
As you should.
Am I gonna catch my train? Probably not though.
We have 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
We have 10 minutes. We can do this. We can do this. This one, I accidentally bought a hardcover and I was like, fuck my life. Why did I say it?
Oh my god! I've read 700 Days in June by her.
I love that
This
book.
cover is so pretty.
It's Gorgina. I love
It's
it.
so incredibly pretty.
Like
is
the
this the
pa-
one I bought on my Kindle?
No, it's the other one.
Oh.
But
I have no idea which one you're talking about. Absolutely none. I have read 7 Days in June by this author and I loved that book. I think I gave that one 4 stars or something.
Mm.
So I'm really curious about this one.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm scared.
this
I
one,
don't know.
I have also talked about this one before and I annotated all of them actually.
Oh.
And all of them are very all of these books are depressing as hell.
Great.
I just really want her to feel the same pain as me. There you go.
I don't deserve happiness? Okay, great. Good.
If I'm not happy, you can't be happy.
I have no idea what this is. Oh
Dude.
my god.
I love that book.
Yeah. When I first met her, she was reading this book. And
Yeah.
she was sitting down next
Oh,
to
I
me,
forgot that.
and she put it down on the table. I was like, oh my god, what's that book? What's that book? Like, I'm grabbing it, I'm reading the back. And she's like, what book are you reading? And I whip out
You
Magnolia Park.
No, you whipped out
Daisy
Daisy
Jones.
Jones.
Daisy
Jones.
You whipped out Daisy
You
Hates.
whipped out Daisy Hates. And I was like, I love that series. And then
I
we
remember
became
Face going,
friends. And then we were like, I'm going to the bookstore. Do you want to come with me?
Yeah. And then we were like,
And then we were
yeah.
friends.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was great.
So it all started with this book, really.
Period. And
I did not
Daisy
even
Hates.
think of that, but let's just for the sake of the
Full circle moment.
yeah, for the sake of a full circle moment, I did. That's why I gave
I'm
it to
so
you.
excited about this. Oh my god, and I love the cover. Anyway, moving on. You have this on Kindle. And I have the
This
video,
is-
I'm gonna find it.
Do I have this one? Oh, this one! I do have this one on Kindle. I do.
And
have
I
this one on
love
Kindle.
this book so much.
You raved about this book. I would
Love
not
it.
have known about this book if it wasn't for you.
I love this book so much. It's
This-
the book that got me into thrillers lately. I've been reading so many
This is a
thrillers.
thriller. I don't read thrillers. I can try new things.
It's
This-
not that much
this
for
one-
thriller, it's more for like mystery that you're like, what the fuck happened? And you're just confused the whole time, and I love that. Because I don't know what's going on, and I don't want you. I just want to be there for like a fun ride.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, now I have to go. It's my train. Very important thing is, all of these books, I gave them 5 stars. So you are not allowed to not like any of them. If any of them are not 5 stars to you, we will not be speaking.
Great.
Alright, so I am back home and it's, I think, 8 o'clock and this is the situation that we've got going on over here. This is also another tub of ice cream, however this is peanut butter. And I don't know how I feel about that because I love peanut butter but not in ice cream form, I think. However, have I had dinner yet? No, absolutely not. And I need to wait until my mother gets home because we're going to have dinner together. But I saw this in the freezer and I was like, perfect, that's exactly what I need. Because I had a very fun day and we got to exchange the books and I loved that and it was so fun and I'm so happy with all of the books. And the Kindle case fits perfectly and I'm so incredibly happy with it. However, the actual point of the day was to take all of the photos that we need for class, that I need for class. However, my camera did not really react to the light that we brought in the way that I wanted. I love taking photos, however, I'm not like the best with all the technical stuff and I don't really understand the cameras outside of like the normal settings, and we don't learn that in class and I'm so bummed about that because now I hold my camera around all day to be able to do this. Then we got there, I took the first photo and it said, you do not have an SD card. And I'm like, oh, I took that out last time to look at the photos on my laptop and it was so incredibly dumb. However, Carolina gave me her camera and that one also reacted to the lights better and all of just like the dark versus lights and blah, 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 what we wanted to do. However, that one we needed to put it on a different setting. Turns out, which you don't notice this until you put all of the photos on the laptop because the camera doesn't show that to you. It just like on the camera, it looks fantastic. Turns out that all of the photos that we took, actually, her camera is fantastic and it takes really good photos. However, because of the setting that we put it on, because that's the only one that reacted to the lights the way we wanted it to, it's a whole thing. Apparently that setting reduces the quality of the photos, so now the quality is not good enough. And I could cry, I could actually cry, so this means that we are going to have to do it again before the deadline. I'm not happy. So, it was incredibly fun though, so I am really happy that I went. However, it just would have been fantastic if I got the lights from school, I carried my camera around all day, I went to the back arse of absolutely nowhere, took 2 hours to get there, 2 hours back. It would have been fantastic if everything had actually worked out, because we put them on the laptop and we were like, oh, that's not good. So now I am eating comfort food because I really tried and it did not work out the way I wanted it to. So now I am having dessert for dinner, because who says that you can't do that? I'm having a blast. Okay, I am about to sound like the biggest drama queen, but I am not sleeping in my room tonight because when I walked in a few hours ago, there was something crawling over my pillow and I was like, excuse me, what is that? Because I get panicked when there's a living thing inside of my bed that I do not recognize. So I panicked first and I sent a video to my family and also my friends being like, what the fuck is this and why is it in my bed? Turns out it was a centipede and it was really, really fucking big. It was actually really small, but it was way too big to be a centipede. So I am not sleeping in my room tonight because I do not have the energy to clean all of my bed sheets, like change all of them, put them in the wash, and then vacuum and inspect everything, because the thing is, it crawled exactly like over my pillow where my head normally is, and I'm not going there. So my sister is in Spain for a few months, so I'm going to sleep in her bed. Her bed is now my bed because I'm not sleeping in there, at least. I'm going into my room. I'm not that big of a drama queen. I've been in my room. I'm just not touching the bed because I don't have the energy to deal with that right now. And I was disgusted, but I also panicked. Like, I panicked because I did not know what it was. And everyone's laughing at me and being like, you are a drama queen, but I just don't want to sleep there. Like, I feel the need to burn my sheets. Like, I did not kill him. I caught him in a glass and I let him out. He is outside. But I feel like I need to burn these sheets. And I sound like the biggest drama queen, but the thing is I'm not, because spiders are actually like welcome. The spiders are my friends. I don't care about spiders. Not one bit. Like when they're in the corner of my room, I don't take them away. I don't care about spiders one single bit. This thing, however, looks incredibly gross. So, not touching that. So the thing is I am going to pick out a book in my room. We are going to pick out a book because I need to start a new book, and the books that Carolina gave me, I am really excited about them. However, those are not what I'm in the mood for, because I think I'm in the mood for a hockey romance. But I am very excited to read all of them. However, I need to read another book first. So we are going in there to pick out a book, and then I am hauling my ass downstairs to my sister's room. I am so happy that she's not. Actually, if she would have been here, I would have just crawled into bed with her, be like, hi, okay, you are housing me for the night. I'm not going in there. So, let's pick a book, and then I'm going to do my night routine, get into bed. Let's pick a book. Let's start there. I have like a color changing light bulb in my room, and we are doing red because I cannot deal with the harsh lighting. So these are all of my new books. Yeah, you can't see them for shit. Okay. Right, this lighting is absolutely terrible. But I think I might actually be in the... Oh! I was thinking about starting a Mariana Zapata book because I have never read a book by her. The thing is, every single romance book that I've been reading has not been hitting the same because it feels a bit rushed and like unrealistic. So I think I might actually need a slow burn. And I've heard that her slow burn books are really, really good. However, I don't know if I should start Cold Tea, All Roads Lead Here, or The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. Which one do you start with? I have no idea what I actually want to read. I just know that I want to read like a good romance that's going to make me giggle and kick my feet. However, the past couple of romances that I've been reading have not been doing that for me, so which one of these has the highest rating? Usually it's not like this big of an ordeal picking a book, because normally when I'm reading a book, towards the ending I kind of start thinking about another book and I then know what I want to read next. However, that did not happen this time. Whoa! Okay, The World of Winnipeg and Me has a 4.20 on Goodreads. Or should I go with Behind the Net? But that's a series. I don't really want to start another series now. Do you know what my problem is? Every single time I pick up a romance, it's because I'm like in the mood to read romance now. So I really want them to get to the romance as quickly as possible. However, when they do get to the romance as quickly as possible, I'm like, this sucks. This is really bad and like completely unrealistic, and just because it feels so rushed, it gets very corny and stuff. So maybe I should pick one that I know is going to take a very long time. I think I'm going to read The World of Winnipeg and Me. Yeah. I just spent all of that time over here for absolutely nothing. I think we're doing that one. Okay, this one it is.
I left your party early that night, 'cause you'll never ask me to spend the night. I shouldn't leave my friends behind, I'm doing it again. I left your party early that night, 'cause I don't think I was meant to get that right. You're nothing like you when there.
Okay, I have been inside and sitting on my ass all day. I didn't have school today, and what did I do? I edited a video, so I've been sitting all day, and then I also had an interview over the phone with a friend of mine that I'm interviewing for my article. So, long story short, I did not move. I did not do anything, so I am meeting with a friend and we are going on a mental health walk, because we are both so incredibly busy with school that we're not doing a lot of fun things. So we are going on a walk to both have done something social. Slightly social, at least today. So we are going outside.
I get my shoes and I get out. Is it too much to ask for? Oh yeah, too much to ask of you. If I'm being honest, I don't think that I'm making it easy to stay around. I need to leave my past behind. I'm doing it again. If I'm being honest, I'm terrified. You wanted an answer, I couldn't reply. I push us away from common ground, so you'll never find out what I'm really like. Is it too much to ask for? Oh yeah, too much to ask of you.
So it's a few days later, because I have not been updating or vlogging because I haven't really done anything interesting. But yesterday when I had to go home from school, there was a problem with the trains. So a train ride that was supposed to take 20 minutes, that's what it usually takes, took over an hour. But luckily I ran into one of my best friends at the platform, so we were able to travel together, but it took about 2.5 hours to get home instead of 1, so that was an absolute nightmare. But today I went to school and I just got back. I am planning to go to the gym with one of my friends in I think 2 hours or something. We are training glutes and I am so not excited because I really want to get it over with, because I want to have the feeling of like I worked out. However, glutes is very intense and we want to do hip thrusts. However, I really do not want to do hip thrusts because they cost so much energy. So I am really trying to gather up the motivation, and until then I am going to sit here and read my book because I am at page 168 and things just got interesting. Like, things are happening and it took a while to get into, so I think I read like 20 pages in the first 2 days or something, and then yesterday I sat down and I read a bunch, and now like the plot of the story has begun, so they are moving in together, so the forced proximity is also beginning, and I am really invested now because in the beginning they were giving us nothing, like nothing to work with. I was like, okay, this is going to be a slow burn, and I knew that. However, there was like no minor flirting, no like banter, because the guy is very, very quiet. So in the beginning there wasn't a lot of dialogue, and I was like, I might need a bit more to go on. However, now they're starting to talk more, and the fact that this is such a slow burn makes me so incredibly excited for when like he finally breaks, and I am so curious to see what the love confession and stuff in this book is going to be, because I think it's going to be so incredibly good. And this is completely different than the last few romance books I've read, because like I said, they had not been hitting the same, because everything felt rushed, and the fact that we now have 500 pages and I think they're going to get together in like not until here. So this is the slow burn I was in the mood for, and this is exactly what I needed, so I am so incredibly happy. And on the way back home I was reading while walking and I almost face planted to my death, so we can say that I'm actually really invested now. And I had to get into her writing style because it was a bit descriptive and there was not much dialogue. However, now I'm like invested and there's much more dialogue, and I think I actually really like the way she writes.
I'm sitting in the kitchen, you're sitting on my bedroom floor.
Alright, so I'm off to the gym. Let's not be mistaken here, there's no cell in my body that wants to go do this. Absolutely none. Like, I was really into my book and I just want to get back onto the couch and continue reading my book and do absolutely nothing for the rest of the evening, but I promised. This is the only way I get my ass to the gym these days, just promising someone else I'll go.
I wish you had one, so I could use your AC. He's standing by the window, wish I could see it from the street.
So I actually got back from the gym a couple of hours ago and I am so incredibly happy that I went to the gym. And like I said, literally the only way I can get my ass to the gym these days is by meeting someone there. And the friend that I went with, she used to be like my favorite gym buddy, and we would go so many times a week, I think like 4 times a week or something. I used to be a gym girl, and it started out with me teaching her everything I knew about the gym, because I was like a gym girl for a good couple of years, and so it started out with me taking her to the gym and like teaching her everything that I knew. I don't know everything obviously, but the things I knew I was teaching her. And then we went together for like I think over a year or something. We would go like 4 times a week and I loved it, and she was my absolute favorite gym buddy, and we just wanted to do so many of the same things and we had so many of the same goals, so I loved going to the gym with her. But then I think a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, she moved, and so she does not live in my town anymore, so now we can only go whenever she comes back. And she does come back quite often, but we're not able to go every single time. But long story short, she used to be my favorite gym buddy, and now we are only able to go every once in a while. So I loved going with her and we had so much fun, and she like consistently goes to the gym where she lives, and I have been really slacking, and I used to be like such a gym girl, and now I have completely fallen out of that routine over the past 2 years, I think. But she still goes to the gym regularly, so she kind of motivated me today to be like, okay, we have to get back into it, so I am going to try to get back into a gym routine. But I am so happy that I went. We had a lot of fun, and it was a perfect conclusion to this video because now I went to the gym, I did something very productive, and I am so scared for my glutes for tomorrow, but we will see. However, I am ending this video here, so if you watched all the way to this point, thank you so much. I don't even know how long this vlog is, and since my night is not going to be very interesting anymore, I'm just going to continue reading The Wall of Winnipeg and Me and not do anything else. Like, I am going to chill and rot in bed because I slept horribly last night, so I'm going to try to get into bed early if my book is not keeping me up. But like I said, thank you if you watched all the way to this point. I hope you enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you in the next one very, very soon. Bye!